Hey guys, we are at the Aussie Millions right now. We got our official cred. It's official. So today we're going to be talking with the man behind the scenes, the one who makes the Aussie Millions happen, so as to say. Hi everyone, this is Raj from Poker Life India, and we are lucky enough to be speaking with Mr. Joel, who is the director of the Aussie Millions. Thank you for having us, Joel.
Of course, you're welcome.
It's been a pleasure, and it's amazing outside, the energy. Tell us about the numbers. How many players are we seeing?
Look, we're getting more and more interstate visitors and internationals coming in every day. Usually the bulk of the interstate, or particularly the internationals, arrive late this week. We've been surprised by how many have actually hit our shores so early in the piece.
Okay. So tell me something. Do you think the globalisation of poker and more players moving around has actually helped that?
Yeah, I think so. Look, the more people that get to experience these kind of championship events, the more experience, more that sort of base level has in the experience sense. And what that does is people start to get more educated, more used to it, and actually get to pick and choose a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to think that's where we come in, because as a rule, our reputation is really strong. We've got a long history. We've got big fields. We run good tournaments, and obviously Melbourne in January is a pretty, it's a nice place, nice part of the world this time of year.
I have to tell you, I've been over for the last 24 hours or so around. You've got a crack team. I really love the way the dealers and the staff conduct themselves. I've been all over, so that is pretty commendable. I love being around there.
That's a compliment. That's definitely a compliment. I appreciate it. Look, the staff, it's no secret. We run tournaments every day of the year, but the Aussie Millions is a showcase event, and a lot of us, myself included, are working towards a successful Aussie Millions literally every day of the year. We were in the first 2019 Aussie Millions planning meeting, I think 4 or 5 days after we wrapped up 2018 early last year. So it's a never-ending process, and it's about delivering the best possible product we can.
Would you have a message for, there's a lot of, there's an upcoming poker scene in India, amateurs, and we do have our own Poker Stars India team.
Yep, sure.
Do you have a message for everyone out there for the Aussie Millions perhaps for next year?
Look, I think there is just almost absolutely no reason to come. We are, first of all, with the synchronicity with the tennis across the road is a draw card for a lot of players. Summer in Melbourne, consistently voted one of the most livable cities on the planet. But probably more importantly from a poker sense is that we now arguably satellite a higher percentage of players into the main event than any other 10K on the planet. Mm-hmm. And what that means is that yes, you're a chance to sit down and have feet or halts on your right.
Yeah.
But you're going to have as many as half to 3/4 of the field coming in for a fraction of the cost.
Okay.
Last year, from 800 entries, we had well over 400 satellite qualifiers.
Wow.
We're on track
That's around
to
50%.
Yeah, exactly right. And we're on track to have well over 450 again this year.
Oh.
So that's
a lot of value.
Exactly right. That's potentially 450, or ideally it's 450 players that are playing a 10K through obviously a cheaper option through a satellite qualifier program. And if, at the end of the day, if we're known as one of the softest 10K main events on the softest 10K main event fields on the, on the earth, well, that's a positive for both us and the players.
Okay.
So I think between the fact that Melbourne this time of year is amazing.
And one thing you forgot, the India-Australia series.
Exactly. Of course. And particularly with the Indians doing as well as they are currently. Yeah. So that's,
I'm not going to get into an argument with you.
I won't with it. I know when I'm beat.
So many good reasons, guys, for coming down to the Aussie Millions. Joel, thank you for speaking to us and having us. Good luck out there for the event.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Cheers. Thank you, Joel.
So that was a lot of fun speaking with Joel, especially after India won the series. Guys, stay tuned for the next episode where I discuss a few hands during my cash games and some tournament experience in Australia.